Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this is more of an, I'm sorry for my voice and all that. I have a head cold and all that, so you're gonna hear me sniffle a lot and cough every now and then, probably sneeze too. So just forgive me. I wanted to record something different, so this isn't going to be more of an instructional video. I've never done one of these, and if I did one, I did it a while ago, and the video quality probably wasn't all that great. I'm one of those YouTubers where I don't delete my old videos. I wanted to leave them behind as, you know, a show of growth over the years. And I think eventually I'm going to do a montage video of some of my older work. And, you know, do a couple of videos for the past and just build up to what I've done recently. Just show my growth as not only, you know, a YouTuber and as a person, but, my editing skills and what I've learned over the years through other YouTubers. But this video is going to be a little different. I'm going through the processes of getting Minecraft back up and running again, and I wanted to show you guys how I do things. This is how I install my mods. Now, when you first start up Minecraft, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come to a, you want to go to a website called Minecraft Forge. In Minecraft Forge, it'll always have the latest versions of Forge to, this is basically what you need in order to run mods for Minecraft on PC. When you come to Minecraft Forge, it's always going to have the latest and greatest version that's already there. It's going to have the it's going to have the latest version in the recommended version. Now the recommended version is a more stable version, but it's my pet peeve. I always go with the latest one for the simple fact. Now I'm running 1.10.2 for the simple fact that a lot of the mods that I like to run right now aren't for 1.11.2 yet. They're currently being updated. One of the main ones is Ender IO. The recommended one is more stable. The latest one isn't as stable, but the problem is a lot of the mod developers, they're already working to update their mods with the latest version of Forge. So if you're using the recommended one, chances are eventually you're going to have to update to the latest one eventually anyway, if you constantly update your mods. I always update my mods for the simple fact that eventually you're going to run into some errors because Minecraft as a whole, the base vanilla Minecraft, is going to update. When that updates, they're background updates. It's not necessarily a full number update. It could be 1.10.2.8764. And then, you know, in a couple of weeks it'll be 8765. Or 885 or 881. You don't know what those little sneaky numbers are at the end of it. And something may change in vanilla Minecraft. If it's substantial, they'll do a full number update. So, you know, if it was substantial enough for vanilla Minecraft, it went from 1.11 to 1.11.2. If it's not substantial enough for a full number update, then it's going to stay the same. But you may not know, and it may affect your mods. So it's going to affect Forge, and then it's going to affect your mods that need Forge in order to run. So once you get Forge, another thing I wholeheartedly suggest you get, if you're having issues with FPS, or, you know, you want a little bit of a prettier game, or, you know, you want it to look a little bit better, I suggest getting Optifine. Ever since Optifine came out, I've always used Optifine. Since I'm running Minecraft 1.10.2, I have Optifine 1.10.2 HDU D6. This allows you to tweak your video settings a little bit better. So you can shut certain things off, you can decrease particle effects, you can shut certain particle effects off, you could shut certain animations off. And then there's some other mathematical stuff and background stuff that affect the game that you can increase this if you have the horsepower to do it for your PC. And if you don't, let's say you're running it on a laptop, or you bought a budget PC, a budget desktop computer, because you don't have the funds for you don't have $800-900 to spend on a high-end PC. You can tweak these settings to shut them off, and I'll actually show you guys real quick what I mean. Let's see if this loads. So I'm going through the processes of installing new mods onto Minecraft, and not installing new mods, but getting Minecraft back up and running again. This seems to be a running staple for my channel. I get Minecraft, something established with Minecraft, and something breaks. Okay, Brandon Core 2.1.4 or above. Interesting. Let's see what's going on here. I didn't move it. I thought I did. I didn't. Alright. So this is what I do. I'll throw mods in to the mods folder. Yeah, I know. Ooh, an unexpected issue occurred and the game has crashed. We're sorry for the inconvenience. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. So this is what I do. Now I noticed that I installed Brandon Core. So Draconic Evolution. We're going to cut that out for right now. We're going to put that back into my mods folder. Well, this is my downloads folder. I actually cut these out of here. And I have a whole folder system set up for Minecraft. So Minecraft game. This is the game installation folder that I have for it. And then I actually have like a folder for mods and new mods that I just got, these go here. This mod folder here is for like mods that already work and they're already backed up, so Forge and all that. And then we have world saves and backups. What we already established for the achievement challenge series, that world is gone. It wouldn't work. It kept crashing. I don't know what happened. I didn't add any new mods, so the only new mod I added was the pressure pipes and water strainer, and it was working perfectly fine. Mods updated and they started conflicting with each other, so it happens. Usually you can just roll stuff back and go from there, but it just didn't like it, so I had to move on. So we're going to see if it was Draconic Evolution. Looks like it was Draconic Evolution. So Draconic Evolution is conflicting with something. It doesn't like it. So environmental tech, it needs Valkyrie library. Not a problem. And this is the processes that I go through to get everything up and running. All right. So after you do all this, when you first start your your Minecraft world, or I shouldn't say Minecraft world, when you first install your Minecraft, it's going to be a folder like this, except it's not going to have mods. This folder will pop up after you run Forge. Now when you get Forge, you want to make sure that when you go to your latest, no matter what version you're running, it could be 1.1, it could be 1.11, doesn't matter. You want to get the installer for whatever version that you're running. I don't know how the Mac version works for Minecraft. I know there is one, but for me, I think it's the MDK. I'm not too sure. But for me, I'm running Windows, so you want Windows installer. When you download it, it's going to be that. You double click it, and this is going to pop up. Now sometimes, depending on how your computer system is set up, you might have to right click it, you might have to hit run as administrator. I usually do that all the time anyway for important games that I'm going to run for the channel anyway, just to make sure that installers work properly, and mods, if they're in zip files, mods are unzipped properly and stuff like that. It's going to pop up and it's going to say install client. You can just keep it on install client. You don't have to do install server. It automatically does it now, and you don't need to. You can extract for some reason. I think usually mod content creators do the extract so that they can actually get to the nuts and bolts of Forge to use it for APIs and for library mods and stuff like that, and for actually creating mods. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what extract is for. And then you just hit OK. I already have it installed. I don't need to do it again. But once it finds your target location, in this case, it's user Michael ape data roaming .minecraft. Click OK. It installs. It'll tell you, hey, you know this is installed, ready to go. And then you'll have your mods folder. Now, when you come into I have mine saved. I'm running Windows 10, so I have my frequent folders. I have my YouTube folder for YouTube videos. I have my games, movies. Music was on here, but it's not on here right now. Not worried about it. And then .minecraft. Go to .minecraft. Normally, you would go to C, users, whatever your computer name is, or whatever your name may be. In this case, my folder is named Michael because this is my profile. And then you want to look for app data. If it's not here, hit Alt, go to View, and then you want to click on. This will be unchecked. It'll say Hidden Items. Click this, and then Hidden Folders will become visible. If your Windows, if your OS is completely jailbroken, you can go into Properties, and you can uncheck Hidden. I normally don't do this because Windows has a fit when I unhide app data, and yeah, it's just certain programs are looking for a hidden folder, and when you unhide it, it has a fit sometimes. I've had problems in the past with XP and Windows 7. It didn't like that I unhid the app data folder because there's some really important stuff in here. So you click on app data. Roaming .minecraft should always be at the top. Go in here, and this is your Minecraft folder. Everything for Minecraft is in here. Your saves, your shader packs, which used to be texture packs. No, resource packs. Sorry, resource packs, which used to be texture packs. Different versions of Minecraft if you're running them. In this case, I have 1.10.2 and 1.10.2 Forge with the current version of Forge. Now, if you have, if you notice that your game is slow, and I'll show you guys that probably in a separate video. What you can do is, if you're not running multiple versions of Minecraft, you can delete those folders. It's not the end of the world. Just make sure you don't delete the one that you're using, because you'll have to re-download the resource packs and all that for it, just so that the actual game can run. And then you have your config folder for different mods and stuff like that. For this case, fast leaf decay. I can change how many ticks, maximum decay time, minimum decay time. I can change that if I wanted to. Which I would never do that, because with fast leaf decay, the leaves disappear pretty quickly. Inventory tweaks. I can change things if I want to. Not much in there. Wayla and voila, I can change things in here. So, this is a pretty powerful folder. Now, if you're not sure what you're doing with this, do not mess with it. Save yourself some time and some headache, and just leave stuff alone. I've been messing with computers since I was 7 years old, and I learned a lot of tricks and stuff from using, just basic search engines, Google, when Google first, started coming around. I didn't have to use AOL for searches. and YouTube. I learned a lot of stuff as far as tweaking folders and stuff. For some of the older games and stuff, that was the only way you could cheat in older games. So yeah, you learned a lot of stuff in that by just, tweaking a config file here and there. So yeah, now newer games can't really do that too much, if at all, because developers caught on. It's like, hey, they figured out how to tweak our config files. We gotta prevent them from doing that. Oh, we can do that. So a couple older, I'd say around the 2000s, probably 2005 maybe, they started changing the config files. So if you change a config file, the game would notice that you changed it, and it would either call, change your character in the game, call you a cheater, or it would say, hey, the config file for this save, the configuration settings for this save that you're trying to load, and the configuration file that's in your, in the default installation is different. You change it back, because you can't load the game. So yeah, but once you get your mod folder installed, now you can start getting your mods. I used to just go to Google and type in Minecraft XXX, whatever the current version was, mods, and boy oh boy, there are so many websites that have so many Minecraft mods, but I found CurseForge. Why do I use CurseForge? I trust CurseForge now because the mods are constantly updated. They're trusted, and they're constantly checked for viruses. You can go to any other website that you trust. If you trust it, by all means, go there. But I like CurseForge. If there's any problem with a mod on their, on their website, you can easily go, hey, I downloaded this mod. It had a virus. It infected my computer. Just wanted to let you guys know you need to check this particular mod out in this particular file because it has a bug. It's not the mod itself. It's just that when I downloaded it, it had a virus attached to it. And they'll fix it. It's not that hard. If you're a prominent member, you can, there are ways to start projects and stuff. So, you guys can look into it more yourselves. I'll leave a link in the description below for the video. But you can join and start. You can learn from the community here to you can learn how to mod. It's not that hard. I don't have the time or patience to make a Minecraft mod. I did in the past. I was going to do it. It's just I changed my mind because back in the day when Minecraft first started, making mods for Minecraft was a chore. And God forbid if, you got your mod polished, it was gorgeous, it was an awesome mod. It could have been something as basic as a pickaxe mod where, okay, this pickaxe can mine anything and everything at a cost of, let's say, 2 stacks of diamonds, and it used, logs as opposed to wood planks, God forbid Minecraft got an update, because if Minecraft got an update, most of the time you had to strip your mod down and start completely over from the newest version of Minecraft. So yeah, it was pretty bad back in the day. Now it's more tedious because of the way Forge works, but it's I'm just speaking out of what I can tell. It seems a lot easier because there's more mods now than there ever were back in the day. And it seems like, depending on, the mod author and, their schedule and, the way their life is, it seems a lot easier for mod creators to make a mod now. And if there's an upgrade to Minecraft or an upgrade to Forge or whatever, it seems a lot easier for them to update it than back in the day. So yeah, but yeah, there's, and on CurseForge, you not only have mod packs, you have customization, add-ons, mods, texture packs, and worlds. So yeah, just be careful with worlds. I have run into an issue with some worlds is that if you have mods enabled, sometimes the worlds won't load. It's just for some reason it doesn't like the mods that you have, especially if a world is meant to work with a particular mod pack. You may run into some conflicts between the worlds and the mod packs. Now, you're probably wondering why I don't use mod packs. It's not that I don't use them or I don't like them. It's just I'd rather use... I like creating my own mod packs, if you will, myself. And if I run into too many issues, I'll get a mod pack. But the problem with getting a mod pack is if you already have a world established, sometimes the mods won't play nice and they won't resource load. So it can be a bit tedious. So we got Valkyrie Library installed on that. So let's see how far we've gotten. And I'll get back to Draconic Evolution later. It might be conflicting with a mod, or maybe like, hey, you don't have this particular library or API installed in your mod folder, so you might need this. And sometimes, you know how I get this warning that pops up and say, hey, you know, you don't have this installed, you need it for this mod. Sometimes it doesn't pop up, and you have to go back to Curse Forge and figure out what's going on. Now, I believe, see, now we're good to go. If I wanted to go and, you know, go right in the single player, go into multiplayer, or if I had the extra cash and do realms, I could. I might be doing realms soon, but I want to, if anything, I will like to use the Patreon funds to do realms. So I want to see what I can do as far as realms is concerned, because it would make multiplayer really easy, especially if I can get a couple people to join in with me and we can just crowdfund for, you know, doing a realms server. That way I don't have to bog down the PC with running a multiplayer server with Hamachi. Because that's, you know, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, that's the only way I know how to run multiplayer Minecraft with a server other than, you know, through LAN. Because you guys aren't here, so you can't do a LAN party with me. That'd be awesome, but a lot of my viewers are either from Europe, Canada, or live in other states here in the US. So yeah, that wouldn't work trying to do a LAN party. So my only other option is to do Hamachi. The problem with Hamachi is I can only do 6 people, myself included, so that means me and 5 other people. Not fun when you have a subscription base of 55 people. So yeah. And then later on down the road, if we get more people, I mean, Realms isn't all that great because it's a max of 8, but I don't know many multiplayer servers to do anything other than that. Realms will be fun, but oh, ouch. Client can't be out of date. It just updated. But anyway, Hamachi would be fun, but it's a limit of how many people we can get. Realms adds, let's see, 4 more people to that, myself included, so that'd be 7 other people, so 3 other people added on to that 4. But, you know, if we increase the subscription base later on down the road, which is a goal, we would have to alternate all the time. And eventually I do want to have moderators on there, so it would be me and 2 other people who would be a moderator if, you know, I'm not feeling well, or if I can't record that day, or if I just can't jump on to play with you guys. You know, I'm going to need at least 2 other people who can moderate, so we're going to have to alternate. We'll figure something out, though. Now, I do have my old motherboard, but I don't have a CPU for it, I don't have any memory for it, and I don't have a power supply for it, or I do have a case, but that's here nor there. I don't have these other factors, so later on down the road, I mean, I could turn it into a server, but, you know, we would have to work, I would have to work something out with that and figure out how I would do that. But that's, you know, later on down the road. So we have these mods installed and ready to go. We could just jump into it, but I don't want to. I'm gonna go back. Okay, so Minecraft turned on. which is a good thing. Now, granted, I didn't try and create a world. That's another thing you have to remember when you're installing your mods. This is always going to pop up. This is the launcher. If your mods are working, this is always going to pop up. That's good. You want that. You want to keep an eye on these bars, these loading bars. If they continue and you don't get an error and you get to the main screen, that's yet again, that's a good thing. It's working. But I've run into another issue sometimes. Single player, create new world. Is this just going to be a random world? We'll create it. You want to interact with the world, a randomly generated world. So that means I'm going to... Come here, chicken. I'm going to choke the chicken. I mean, punch the chicken. Until you create a randomly generated world, if it comes to fruition and it creates... Hello, Blue Fox. Until that happens, you don't know if the world is stable or not, and you don't know if it's going to break or not. So you want to be careful when you're making a world. So yeah, this world created. This world will be ready to go if I was going to continue here. But I'm not. I'm going to add more mods because I want more variety. Because we only have... Let me get out of third person there. As far as mods are concerned, we only have Applied Energetics 2 and Environmental Tech on here. So it's fun, but it's not a lot. And we can only do so much with that. I want variety. I want, more achievements for us because this is Achievement Hunters Challenge series. And, like I said, we're going to continue on where we left off, even though it's a new world. It's not the end of the world, just because, we have to start over. We're going to continue on where we left off at. And I'm going to, it's going to be a lot of stuff for me on, in the background as far as, getting reestablished. But, on nights when I can't sleep, because I'm hurting or because I don't feel good, or just nights when I'm bored and sleep isn't an issue. You sleep when you're dead. I'll be doing this. I'll be, tweaking our world. I'll be tweaking the house and all that. And I do want to get more into better house designs because that's what I went to school for. I went to, architectural computer-aided drafting. I'm a draftsman. I love doing that. And I don't want to, forget that. And I do want to design houses and stuff later on down the road. And I think that's going to be our goal when we come back to Minecraft. So real quick, I'm going to show you one more thing and then I'm going to stop rambling. When you load up your Minecraft client, now this is a different launcher now. They changed some things as far as the launcher is concerned. It's completely different. I actually do like it because it is more streamlined. So, I'm not complaining about that. It's actually pretty sweet now. But when you do come into your launcher, up here, you're going to see 3 lines. You click on that, and it'll have news, skins, which is nice. So I can, I can go back to Classic Steve. Excuse me. Or I can go to Classic Alex. I can completely reset my skin. I can browse for skins. I can upload, any saved skins that I have, which I do have to change my, the top and sides of my head because they're a completely different shade of blue than what he is. But, yeah. And then they have settings, and then they have launch options. Interesting. If I click on any of these, because I was testing some things out, that's why these are here. I can click on Forge, which is what I want to do. And I can change the name. I can download the server for it. I can change which version of Minecraft I want to play under. I can change my screen resolution, where my game directory is at. If I have a Java executable, if I want a particular log configuration. But the main thing here is the JVM arguments. right here at the beginning where it says XMX, it's usually XMX. Sorry about that. It's usually XMX. There we go. Come on. Come on. Change for me. This is usually XMX 1G. Now, depending on how much RAM you have in your PC, I have a total of 8 gigs. I can sacrifice up to half of that if I really wanted to. I'm not going to do a full 4. That would be insane. I would say a good starting point, depending on how much RAM you have. If you have about 8 gigs, I'd say between 2 and 3 is all you need. 1 is not enough, because you're going to run into memory issues. You're going to run into a lot of lagging, a lot of stuttering, especially if you don't have a proper video card. Now, my video card has 2 gigs of available video RAM, plus I have 8 gigs of memory in my PC itself. I have a little less than that because Windows is going to take some, and then there's background programs running and stuff like that. At night, if I'm not recording, then I have music going while I'm, working in Minecraft and stuff like that. So what you can do, now I can do up to 3, and it's not going to cause any problems. You saw how smooth it was running, and that was during a recording too. So yeah. At the top we have advanced settings. Yeah, I know. You have historical versions, and they give you notes and stuff about it. Historical versions or alpha and beta of Minecraft, you do not have to play those. Snapshots are newer versions. Now, what I always point out to people is that historical versions are very unstable because they are old, and snapshots are also unstable because they're untested and they're buggy. They haven't been cleaned, they haven't been fine-tuned. So if you like doing snapshots, play them with that fine grain of salt in the back of your mind that it may crash. So, be wary of that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for you guys that I wanted to talk about. Like I said, please, if you have anything that you want to talk about, any corrections, anything that I missed, anything that would be more helpful for you guys as far as instructional videos are concerned, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll gladly go over it. If you guys want to know about how I do my visualizations for my music, let me know. Later on down the road, when we get the iPad back, I'm going to get the proper cables that I need in order to connect it to the PC so you guys can see what I do, and then I'll show you guys how I make my music on Launchpad. FL Studio, I'm not great with that. I'm still learning FL Studio. It is very difficult. It's a very difficult program to use if you're not educated as far as music engineering is concerned. But there are a crap ton of tutorials online, especially on YouTube, for FL Studio. So that has helped me out a lot. But with that said, hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little different, and it explains why, it takes a while for me to get Minecraft back up and running. But yeah, with that said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, remember, you can go to CurseForge for mod packs, customizations, add-ons, mods, texture packs, worlds, whatever. They have a lovely forums. You do have to sign up for certain things, but it's not the end of the world. So with that said, I'm your host, BlueFox22, aka Michael Gardner. As always, stay safe, stay healthy as humanly possible, and above all, stay foxy. I'm going to fight this cold, and I'm going to record some more stuff for you guys. So with that said, as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.